seems to find I think he's using Raymond Van Barneveld darts. Seems to really be enjoying those and is throwing those very nicely. Joe getting things going on the bull off here with a solid single bull. Carignan. Haven't seen this guy in a while, but once again, he's up to the challenge. Is he going to find it home? No, pulls it just wide. So Joe Ricard and Mark Rudge will have the honors of getting this final Game 6 round-robin game underway here. 6:01, double in, double out. What a lot of fun the double in, double out has been for everybody tonight. It's awesome to see everybody work so hard to get into the game. Maybe you have to play the game before you can actually play the game. And that double 20 is found. Joe Ricard loving the top of the board. So reliable. I think we've only had 2 or 3 games where the guys haven't been able to get in on that first round. Nick able to get in on the first round as well. So key, so pivotal. You don't wait around too long. Not with the way that these guys score. Mark Rudge finding that cover shot and looks like just missing that third dart by millimeters. What a smile there from Mike Carignan. What a guy this human being is. You ever get the chance to meet Mike? He's one of the kindest, nicest human beings. He was even featured on a newspaper up at the Seacoast Open in, 2024? Absolutely excited that he was able to be front page news. Certainly worth the hype. As we continue to march down the board here, Joe working with 443 points, wanting to knock that down. Finding that triple 20, would love another one. Will have to suffice for the big hundo. Again, great find, 86 average so far after 9 darts. And Nick looking to get things going with a 180. It pulls it way low, but still stays straight. Big 140 found there from Nick. So solid dart, solid visit. Even getting a little bit of praise there from Mark Rudge, who again has really found his form. Struggled a lot in Season 2 in the first half, but was able to really, really work at it. Pick up the pace and come back swinging the end of Season 2. So will not be a slouch tonight, and certainly will not be a slouch coming into Season 3. 55 found there from Mike, so shake of the head. He knows that it's not quite enough. Just now getting under the 400 mark. Joe is looking to put he and his partner under the 100-point mark. Unfortunately, not going to be able to do that. Able to find another solid 100, so 143 remaining there for Joe Ricard and Mark Rudge. It's so weird to say Mark Rudge. Everyone just calls him Rudge. Or if you're me, just call him Rudgy. Another fantastic guy. Walking that signature backwards ball cap look. Eyeballing this 313 remaining. Wants to knock this down as far as he can. Sorry, it's 143, excuse me. Not able to really make too big of a dent. Only 40 found. So a little bit of a stutter there, but again, not really under any pressure with Mike and Nick so far back at 313. In chat, if you've been enjoying the game so far and enjoying the commentary, enjoying the whole production, please let us know via Facebook, via the chat. Send us a message. We do this for you guys. We absolutely love the darting community around here, not only in Worcester, but in the entirety of central Massachusetts. And the kind words are greatly appreciated. We cannot wait to get Season 3 going for you guys. Joe Ricard looking to take out 103, finds the single 19. Cannot, I think he can find the triple 20. That might just barely be in there. Looking at 24 left, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong. Can't find it. No, I was correct. Can't find it. Pulls it just low. 91 punched in. Leaving himself 12. And might be a little bit of an opening here for Mike and Nick. Nick really needs to find 2 triples, but finds calamity instead. Only finds this. Oh. And the pain and suffering just keeps on piling on. A 30 found. So not what Carignan and Nick were looking to find, but heads up, though. They have been absolutely destroying it in cricket, so Mark Rudge punching his way out of Game 1 here. Solid take. Great take there, and looks like Carignan will have the honors. I'm not sure if they actually updated the tablet here. Let's see if this is a bull. It is indeed a bull, so we were going to hit the cricket button and move over. And that screen will update in just a second. What a great take from Rudge. That was double six, first dart, no thought about it. Rudge is playing with a newfound confidence, building off of that absolutely just stunning performance that he put in the playoffs. Forget exactly who he played against, but I know that it was certainly inspired play. I'll have to go back and check our records. We have down in the, well, I guess, WPL studio basement. Dig those records out. Focus on the game here. Mike Carignan finding a big 6 mark to get things going here. Awesome darts, awesome visit. Again, Nick and Mike have been practically stellar here to get things going with their cricket rounds. Opening rounds are so critical in cricket. Cannot afford to not only not open a number, but not get some points on the board as well. These guys can score big and score heavy when they need to. And every game is a must-win. Because remember, the winner of this match, if Joe and Rudge win this game, they will be facing off against Tom and Berto in the finals. Nick and Mike are looking to keep things level and have a chance at 301. So a very critical game here, and unfortunate 1 mark there from Rudge, and Mike is looking to just keep the pressure on, at the very least. Score some points, but he would really love the close here. 1 more big single. Shut it down, Mike. Come on. Finds the shutdown. 19's gone. 20's still open. Nick and Mike and Joe going to have to move up to the 18s here. Would love to get in the first dart. Only finds the single. Can't find the trip, so 2 singles scored. Finds the big 3, but 3 is not going to be enough to really put themselves ahead here. Nick with a big opportunity to shut this down. Might elect to score points. And that is a wild swing and a miss there from Nick Soldo. The sure shot. Not so sure with those first 2, but does very well to find that 3rd dart. Rudge, big opportunity to pile on some points, maybe catch up. And we might be seeing a little bit of fatigue here settling in. It's just crossed 9:14, moving on to 9:15 in the evening here. The WPL studio here on the East Coast, Worcester, Massachusetts. Starting to get a little late. These guys have been at it for a good couple of hours. So is the arm starting to go? Is the brain starting to go? Is anything starting to go with Mike Carignan? Beautiful 3 darts to shut down the 18s, forcing Joe Ricard to go down to the 17s now. The march continues. Joe needs to find a triple. That might have been a block. And unfortunately can't find anything substantial. Only 2 found for Joe. Nick looking to try and snatch this 17 away just wide on that first one. Likes to go up to the points for that final and 3rd dart. Smart dart there. Pushing the ball forward, keeping things moving, keeping things ever distant for Rudge as he lines up to try and open up a house to score points on. Great 3, solid 3, steady 3. But they are still chasing. And Mike Carignan, excuse me, trying to close this 17 out. 1 more big single. And all of a sudden, questions being asked. Does manage to keep it straight and keep it steady. Cricket can be such a cruel game sometimes when you think that all you need to do is hit just 1 single mark. Sometimes it becomes quite the challenge. Joe looking to try and pile on the trip 16s. Can't quite find it. Another solid 3, but 3 is not enough for these guys. The caliber of play is so high. All the WPL players, that 3 is almost just nasty. Nobody wants that. Another 2 from Nick. Again, not satisfied. Knows that he's keeping it too close. Rudge locked in. Staring down these numbers. Really close on that first dart. Surrounding it. And he drills it with that 3rd, I think. 5 hit there from Mark Rudge. Great way to break open the 16s. And now he's forcing Mike to lean on these 20s. It's one thing to have the 20 open. It's another thing to actually be able to rely on it. Mike struggling a little bit to try and find it. Only finding the 2, so enough for the lead, but not enough to pull away. Big opportunity, Joe, to push this back in front. 16's first. It might actually switch. Look at the eyes. And that's the problem when you switch back and forth. You did a great job on that second dart lining it up, but that third one, so cruel, slipping away. Nick going to stay on the 20s, and that's a very scary miss. A very nervy dart there. You could see him pull his arm all the way through the stroke, trying to force that thing, almost following that dart into the dartboard. And this is where the nerves, this is where the thoughts start to intrude into your game. Drop dart there from Mark Rudge. Take a step back, take a breath. This is where it's so important to just turn the mental aspect of the game off and just rely on the mechanics. Just throw your darts, throw your game. Carignan again, a 5-point lead, not comfortable at all. Trying to pull away. Needs 3 marks to close the 16, but wants to just try and push the ball forward. Again, when you have big find there with that third dart, when you have the number advantage in cricket, 20s versus 16s, excuse me, you want to be able to lean in on that 4-point difference. It just starts to pile on to a point where it becomes unsustainable, and Joe finding the 5. This is what we're talking about. It was a pretty scary deficit. Now it turns into a pretty close game again, but Nick shutting it down immediately. Moving across the 15s. Great dart so far, and can't quite find the trip. Looks like it was just underneath, but a great shutdown from Nick Soldo. Sure shot firing away. And Rudge, here comes Rudge. The Rudge train's on its way. Oh, no round of 9 sevens only. Great visit there from Rudge to put them back in the lead, and Carignan was really hoping that Rudge was going to hit that 9. A little bit of a laugh there, but now it's all back to business. Carignan only finding the 1, trying, keep it steady. Does very well to find that third dart. Blasts his way through that door and mounts the points on the wall, racking it up. Joe, not too far away, though. 15s versus 20s. In theory, pretty tough battle to win, but it all comes down to execution. Joe only able to find those 2. Big opportunity for Nick here. Is he going to go right at it first? Goes high. Only needs 2 marks on the 15. And again, cricket proving once again that more questions asked than answered. Such a difficult game to play. Yet we always keep coming back. Rudge, more opportunities, more questions. Trying to push the ball back in front. Might have been 5, might have been 3. It is 5. Rudge really coming out of nowhere here in the second half of this game. Blowing up the numbers. Might be rattling Nick and Mike. Mike trying to keep it steady. Again, that flight is so awkwardly positioned, it might be proving difficult. Does find the 2, so tie game. After all these darts, all these marks, comes down to a tie game. Joe trying to close the 20s. Closes it. Will go straight at the bull. And that is a shutdown and 1 mark on the Bulls. So Nick, 15s, not open, finds the close. 3 Bulls to win the game. Outside on the second one, disappointment. Finds a single bull, so now after everything, it's a bull off. Mark Rudge lining up to try and take the center of the board. Finds the double, and that's it. It's over. 1 dart. Hook, line, and sinker from Mark Rudge. What a game. What a fantastic game. It once again proves that, look at the point difference there. 500 points on the board for Nick and Mike. But 200 points, 16s, 165 points on the 15s. And those critical 3 Bulls to put Joe and Rudge. Sorry, quick technical hiccup there. Just want to make sure everything was okay. Put Joe and Rudge across the line there. What a fantastic game. So they will be moving on to play Tom and Berto in the final here as we get things going for this final 301. Looking to try and get in quickly. Nick eyeballing that 8. I agree, Brizzle. Rudge has absolutely been fierce at the center of the board. Those Bulls fear him. I'll have to think of a nickname for Rudge before the Season 3 starts. Good thing I have plenty of time. Looks like no find here from Joe. So Carignan, can he get into the game? Eyeballing tops as well. Finds it with that second dart, so he's officially in now. And finds that great third dart to put 100 points on the board on the open. Rudge looking to try and jump into the party, and he can with that second dart on double 7. Elects to stay at the bottom of the board with a 33 open. But Nick, 201 points, in a great position to really pile on some hurt. Wants to keep the race running and running fast. Can't quite find the center of the board to leave a finish. I think he was trying to eyeball a 170. Excuse me, maybe a 140. I'm not really sure. I'll have to ask him after the fact, but Joe, well back at 268. Again, the hard work's already done. They have booked their ticket, both he and Rudge, to the finish line, the finals against Tom and Berto. But now this is all just for pride. Obviously, Nick and Mike don't want to go down 3-0 sweep. I don't think we've actually had a 3-0 sweep tonight. I'll have to look back at the records, but I don't think that any team has really altered that heavily. It's been close all the way through. Rudge not really able to find much there. 44 punch in to lock down the score to 200. And Nick looking at 96, 76 remaining. Wants a trip 20. Wanted to go double-double. Cheeky Nick. Knows what he did there. He's laughing. That would have been quite the shot. Does very well to leave 40 remaining. And Joe, 200 left. The first dart not cooperating. Second dart not cooperating either. Finds that big 20. So 40 knocked down, leaving his teammate 160. And Mike with the opportunity to punch the ticket out. Hang the head high. Walk away with some pride here. Carignan. Second dart won't go. Third dart, slight adjustment needed. Can't find it. And all of a sudden, Rudge, this would be a champagne finish indeed. Can't find the 160. Already over after the first dart. Can't find much of a combo to follow either. So again, Nick, the question falls to him. 40 remaining. Can he get out? Needs to bring it down quite a ways. Just low, moving down to double 10. And he finds the double 6. Knocked on the neighbor's door and let himself in. Wrong house, buddy. It's the wrong house. But does well to leave 8 for his partner. Joe trying for a Shanghai on the 20s. And the second dart goes wild again. He'll do good to rein in those wild darts as he faces off against Tom and Berto. Carignan looking to try and punch out. Save the pride, lick his wounds, but needs to find it here. So close, and he finds the neighbor instead. Frustration dart there at the very end, aiming for the bull. And more opportunities for Mark Rudge. Send this game home. He did very well to clinch the game last time in cricket. Come on, Rudge. Double-double. Do it. Oh, boo this man. Oh, 25 bull, maybe? Oh, he's too good. Rudge is too good at the bull. It's official. He is too good at darts. He literally cannot miss. Double bull. And unfortunately, not the way that he wanted to go there, but it was still quite cool to see that. Rudge, we get it, and you're too good. Nick lining up, double 4. 69 on the board, folks. There's some people in the building that will get the kick out of that. Nick looking down at double 2, just low, wants to bring it up. And the madhouse awaits. Carignan and Soldo accepting new patients. And they will be admitted shortly here. And unfortunately, this is just a bunch of buffoonery now going on the dartboard. Come on, guys. It's the end of the night, but it's not quite that late. Come on, Mike. Save us. Save us from this game. Get us out of here. Double 1. Take a breath. Look at this guy all focused. He's got this. Come on. Lower it down just a little bit. Other way, Mike. Other way. And he finds it with the third. And while it may not have been the most spectacular of games, it was certainly a game. And with that, we have our final set.